Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio, where things are looking to get heated up, but in actuality, I'm still having problems with the steam engine. I noticed that the power is in the yellow and we're going over here to check it out. And it looks like the coal line is not saturated enough. There's not enough coal going up because I've got twice as many boilers as I did before. So I need to add twice as many miners on the coal. I've kind of figured out a standard, like I think 2 miners can keep 1 boiler array fed. So I have 4 boiler arrays, so I need 8 on coal. I think I have 9 now. I added 5 and there was already 4 at the other one, or maybe there was 5 at the other one, I don't even know. In any case, it should be more than enough now that we have more coal coming into the boilers. That's a good thing. But it's going to be even less of a problem soon enough. And yeah, it looks like they're running out of coal over here too, which is kind of a good thing. But yeah, we're getting close to being able to set up our solar arrays, which will give us a lot more power and hopefully take some of the strain off of these engines. With the right ratio of solar panels to accumulators, or 100 panels for every 84 accumulators, you can run entirely off of solar all throughout the night, as the solars will discharge energy collected during the day to keep you going, as long as you have enough of both of them. But steam engines take precedence over accumulators anyway, so if you have steam engines connected to your power grid at all, it's not gonna matter. But I'm gonna set up solar panels and accumulators anyway, and that'll just kind of take the strain off of the engines during the day, which is longer than the night anyway. And I'm setting up a little bit of a perimeter defense with some turrets, because we've been getting attacked from the north and it's kind of annoying, and I just don't feel like going over there and dealing with it right now. So here we go, we're gonna pick up these panels and accumulators and we're gonna head over to the eastern coast. Or chop, what am I doing? Why am I chopping trees? I don't know. I don't need to be doing that. Oh, I need more copper, that's why. I'm gonna stick a whole bunch more on copper, I think. We get a lot of copper. Maybe not. I can't remember what I did. I recorded this a little while ago. Yeah, here we go. I'm setting up another row of copper mines just to get this going. There's lots of copper out there for me to mine, and well, we need to up production on all fronts. Iron's good at the moment, but we just need more copper. More. We need more. Yeah, more. Yeah, more. So, I've got solar panels in hand and accumulators, and I just finished energy distribution 2, which means I can build some substations. Substations are great because they have a huge radius. They're a little bit more expensive to craft. They do take steel, copper plates, and some advanced circuits. But I just crafted a few of those by hand, and as you can see, they got a rather large area. You can actually fit 32 solar panels and 8 accumulators in one substation, which is kind of the setup that we're going for here. That is obviously not the optimum ratio, but I plan on just adding some accumulator arrays by themselves later on. You could fit, I think, 48 or 49 accumulators in one substation. So I'm just kind of setting these up right here. And I have to use the big electric poles in between each array, because otherwise the wires don't reach, but that's fine with me. I don't really care. They're not that expensive anyway, and it allows me to put a little space in between each one so I can walk through, you know, without blocking things up. So I'm just going to throw up as many of these as I can. And the solar panels have an output of 60 kilowatts per panel. So 100 panels will give you 6 megawatts, I do believe. Right? That's right. My math is right there, I think. I don't know. Sometimes my brain just doesn't math. It's just impossible. And now is one of those times. I'm better at thinking when I'm playing, but as I'm watching this, well, my brain is a little bit disconnected from my thought process at the time, so I've done a good job so far, though, of commentating on these things, right? I mean, you've been able to follow this mechanical journey with me. I ran out of solar panels, but man, that's a good amount. 183 solar panels. That's a good amount of power right there. That'll definitely take some of the strain off of the steam engines, and we've got more panels being made as we speak. So I just need to... What do I need to do next? I don't know. I forget what I did in this episode. I've got concrete being made already. I forgot that I hooked up the concrete. I need to set up robotics, but there's something oh, right. I need to set up a stone outpost, because we don't have enough stone coming in for the concrete. Our power looks great. We've got 20 megawatts available from the 40 steam engines, and now with 180 something solar panels, that's like 10 megawatts, somewhere in the ballpark of 10 megawatts. It's just great. The accumulators aren't really going to do me any good unless the steam engines cut out, because like I said, the steam engines take precedence over accumulators. Kinda not ideal if you want to use the steam engines as a backup, but there's a way to use logistics, wiring and such to rig a system so that the steam engines will only turn on if your main power grid loses power completely. I kind of don't want to do that. Once I get enough solar panels going, though, I'll probably just retire the steam engines entirely and just use coal for my furnaces and refueling trains and such, because the trains are gonna need coal as fuel. They're called diesel locomotives, but they don't actually burn diesel. They're just, I don't know. They burn wood and coal and solid fuel. But we have no use for solid fuel. Speaking of solid fuel, though, and oil production in general, I think my petroleum storage is going up a lot because we aren't really using a whole lot of blue science. Right now I'm researching alien technology because I do have some alien artifacts, which means I can make some alien science packs and research something really good. Like, I'm probably going to go for military 4, the first thing, just so I can get those piercing shotgun shells. Those things are freaking awesome, man, and they take the same materials as the armor piercing rounds. So it'd be really easy to craft. I just gotta get that researched. I'm not gonna do that anytime soon, though. I don't really need the firepower yet. So I'm gonna put the train station down here in this area, and I'm just gonna use my last few poison capsules to kind of take out the majority of the trees. And thank God I have the landfill mod. I couldn't fill these holes in the last time and they really got in the way, but now that I can fill them in, heck yeah. And oh shit, we're fucking being attacked again, and I don't know why. I panic and I ran over some shit in my base. They took out the radar and then they're gone. I think they went for the radar and then they went straight south to the copper mine and got shot by a turret. I noticed a little exclamation point on the map there momentarily over by the copper ore. But obviously I need to expand my perimeter defenses because they somehow snuck past. I don't know how. I'm just gonna add a few more here on the end. And that should be good for now, or at least I think so, but in actuality, they'll strike again. They'll be back. And oddly enough, they'll go for something that doesn't really matter, and fuck those trees, I ran them over, I don't care. I'm gonna fill in this hole. That'll allow me to just run lots of materials up from the train station, although I don't know how to unload lots of materials. I've never had multiple trains going at one time, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I only need one train right now, and that's for stone. And I can also, you know, make that train run to multiple locations. I don't know how elaborate of a train station I'm going to need, but as with anything in Factorio, you start out basic and build it up from there. Yay for clearing out trees at triple speed. Got a couple train stops. I made a couple wagons and a couple locomotives. Yeah, I'm doing a double-headed train because I don't really like building loops. They're kind of ugly in my opinion, or at least the way I build them, I don't know. And they kind of take up a lot of space. I'd rather just have two engines face a double-headed train, you know, so I can just go back and forth along a straight track. What am I gonna research? I don't know. I'm not gonna research anything apparently. I'm gonna set up the unloading bay, and I'm just gonna use iron chests. Originally I thought iron chests were kind of useless because steel chests are bigger. But iron chests actually cost a lot less material per slot inside of them, and I don't really need all of the extra storage, so why not just use iron, right? It's more material efficient. So now, It's time to build the track going all the way to the northwest towards that stone patch to build the outpost. Last time, I believe we routed the biters that were over there. So the area is clear for now, but as long as I don't have any structures in that area, they can just come right back and nest right back in. So I figured now is the time as good as any to set up an outpost. And I can also set up some defenses over there. As maybe a radar too, as an extra scouting location. Yeah, that's a good idea. In fact, I don't know why I'm... Yeah, I know that I do that. Okay. Disclosure. Radars are going up there too. I decided to just go on a diagonal, which kind of tricky to lay. As you can see, I'm kind of getting messy with it, but that's just kind of how it happens. And I'm just gonna go right between this little right down this swath that I cut through the trees here. That's why I cut down all those trees, so I can run some tracks through here. There we go. This is taking a lot less time now that it's in triple speed, I'll say that. And I don't really have a choice here but to just go through this coal patch, but that's okay with me. I'm just gonna guess where the curve is gonna go, and I'm off by 1. So close. So close, man. So we got the track all connected up. Now I just need to run power all the way over here. I'll put a train stop down. Gonna call it stone outpost, because I only have, you know, that's fine. That's good. It's good for now. Gotta pick up the rest of that track and put down some power lines. Run the train over there, set up the loading bay, set up the miners. Yeah, if you probably know how it goes. But with this setup, I'm gonna have a lot more stone coming in, and I'm gonna get lots of concrete built up. And you'll see by the end of the episode, I'll have enough concrete to just start throwing it down all around the base everywhere, which is really gonna make it look nice and fancy, and also means I can run around the base a lot faster. Plus, it looks real nice and fancy. Did I mention that? Yeah, it does. And it is really dark. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of going along in the train, placing down power lines. We're almost done. I'm just gonna get out and run from here because it's easier. Using the hold down the left mouse to get maximum distance on the power lines. That little trick there. And we did it. I did it. You didn't do anything. I did. It was all me. I'm just kidding. Credit where credit's due, right? So I'm gonna load some stone in here and set some filters. I don't know why I'm setting the filters. I'm not really using the train for anything else, but I figured I would just set the filters to stone. I don't know. I might change it later. Whatever. So now I'm gonna slap down some another loading bay. Again, using chests as buffers, which is pretty much standard practice from what I gather, from what I've seen. I haven't watched too many Factorio videos, but like I said, from what I gather, that seems to be standard practice. And the train sounds funny when it's all sped up. I just threw some wood in there for now, but I do need to run a coal line down there to refuel the engines when it's back at the base. I will do that too. It does take quite a while to get the train set up, doesn't it? So really all I need to do, yeah, I just needed to grab the miners, and I think I'm gonna grab some walls. I need some walls. Or maybe I do that next. I don't know. Grab the walls, man. I do at some point. There's some ammo because I'm gonna need some turrets for defense. I'm just gonna start researching laser turret damage upgrades, even though I'm not gonna use laser turrets for quite a while. For a long while, actually. The regular turrets with the upgraded ammo and all the bullet damage upgrades, which I've been pretty good at keeping up on, is gonna keep me nice and bolstered against the biter forces for quite a while, at least until the big ones start showing up. In which case, then it would be smart to get some laser defenses set up, I think. So running down the output line for the train. Stone's gonna come up here, and I just connected it to the old... And what the fuck, man? We're getting attacked again in the middle of our smelter array. Ah, I'm running over shit in my base again. Panicking. And, well, they only went for the belts for some reason, and they didn't even kill anything, it doesn't look like, so... I don't know what the hell's going on, I don't know how to get... Oh, they... I thought they took out the pipe, but I think that's the one I ran over with my car. My bad. Continuing on with what we were doing, enough with the interruptions by the biters. I need to go take out that base at some point, but I'm just gonna keep adding more perimeter defenses until it's good. Just gonna finish setting up the stone outpost, which I'm not gonna cover the whole thing with miners, probably only about half of it. Yeah, I'm gonna cover half of it. I'm just kind of planning out the coverage that I'm getting here, so that I can mine all of it in a timely manner. And there you go, just power those up. There we go. Put down a couple lights, put down some turrets. That'll be plenty of defense right there. A couple more, maybe a couple by the train. I don't know if I set up the walls now or not. Oh yeah, put down the radar, there we go. That'll reveal a little bit more of the map and let us know what's going on to the west. And yes, I do set up the wall, good. We need to build that wall, we need to keep those biters out. The damn evil biters. Keep them out. So I'm just gonna set the train on intervals of 45 seconds. Not because it takes that long to load and unload, but just because the less frequently it's running, the less fuel it's using, and I don't need it to deliver stone at a very high rate. So I figured that'd be okay to start with anyway, at least. And now here's the fuel line just running down over to the engines so that I can stockpile some coal into them, you know. I need to have some stuff to burn so they keep going. I figured I'd make a couple gates with the remaining walls that I have. Why not? I don't know. I don't really have any walls around the base. I don't really need any walls around the base. I'm kind of like torn between having walls around the base because that limits me in the size of that my base can be, or at least like if I want to expand past the walls, that means, well, you know, I got to tear them down and do them over. So I just kind of do little spot defenses around the perimeter like I did to the north. But as long as I'm venturing out and routing any biter bases that pop up, I should be pretty well protected from attacks. I mean, save from the few that have been happening this episode. They've been getting by somehow. This coal patch is running down pretty quickly. So now I've got lots of stone coming in. This is great. Lots of stone. And, oh yeah, all the walls. I'm gonna grab all the walls. I don't know why. I think I was thinking about actually setting up the wall around the base, but I kind of decided against it, maybe? Yeah. Put some walls back. I don't really need them. Look at that, the concrete chests are already full, so I'm gonna grab stacks of those guys and start redoing the pathways. Time to spiffy up this base, and that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the episode, which is for the next couple minutes here, which, of course, triple speed, so... Man, that's cool. That looks awesome. All that text that says plus stone brick. Sweet. And I'm getting all that stone brick. I'm gonna actually put the stone brick down in the spaces between the pathways so that I can run around faster between all my machinery and stuff, but so that it's still distinguished from the actual pathways. I think it looks nice. I think it looks quite nice. But yeah, lots of that going on. Yeah, no. Sorry, I won't do that anymore. I'll just let the game do it for me, because, yeah, it's a thing. That's happening. I think we're, you know, we're moving up in the world of factories. Our factory's legit now. I remember when I first started playing this game, I learned that the stone bricks and the concrete, when you put them down, it actually diminishes those tiles' ability to absorb pollution, which kind of really made me not want to use them at first. And I was like, oh, pollution is bad. We need to absorb as much pollution as we can, so fuck using stone bricks as floors. Because I saw a lot of screenshots and videos of people's factories and stuff where they just cover the entire floor for miles with stone bricks and concrete. But hey, man, throw that shit down. I like it now. It's looking pretty good. Don't you agree? I mean, I certainly think so. Well, yes, our factory is coming along quite nicely, but it's time to start adding on some sections, and I'm going to be doing that next time. The first thing I want to work on next time is getting robotics done, which is something that I haven't done yet. So we'll start getting some little flying machine minions to build things for me manually, I mean, automatically, and carry things around logistically. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.